Silver the Hedgehog. I've never had fun playing as him. Oh, and I'm only getting started! Despite probably being the #1 Sonic character with the most missed potential, he's managed to amass his fans. People love Silver. I love Silver. He's our time-traveling telekinetic badass while also being our lovely little cinnamon roll. Just kidding, he's not a cinnamon roll. Stop writing him like one. So, I've never had fun playing Silver for what he himself brings to the table. I've had my fun playing him in spin-offs and in mods, sure, but when it comes to actually using his kit and abilities that are specific to him, I've never found myself genuinely loving it. It doesn't help that his playable debut is an absolute slap of a shit show, genuinely one of the worst, most garbage waste of potential I've ever witnessed. Stop defending 06. And it also doesn't help that Silver hasn't been playable in any mainline capacity since then. An honest shame, really, but hey, with a hypothetical Year of Silver, that could be changed. Now here's why Year of Silver won't work. So, the Year of Shadow set out to accomplish reintroducing Shadow and to the masses and marketing what he and his backstory are all about before the movie featuring him came out, yeah? Well, Silver's gonna take a lot more work in that regard, as he doesn't really have an definitive background to even explore. Canonically, not only did 06 erase itself, but it and all the events that take place in it all do so in another continuity separate from the one we are currently following. Sonic lore. Bear with me. The Mephiles fight in Shadow Generations is a recent confirmation of this, by the way, in case you don't believe me. I mean, it doesn't really get more evident than that. We could go with the very next game Silver makes an appearance in, but do we really want that, people? Do we really want that? The best way to go about it would be to introduce him and what he's all about entirely, not just to the casuals, but also to the fans. Like, rewrite him to better fit the current circumstance and direction the series is headed in. Give him a purpose in it, because as it stands now, he doesn't really have one. Give him a little animated series of his own to coincide with the release of a game centered on him. More on that in a bit. But for now, let's talk about that reintroduction, because as far as that goes, the stage has already kind of been set to a small degree with the movie side of things. Iblis was unceremoniously defeated by Knuckles, and as a result, Knuckles wields the flames of disaster! Once upon a time, this could have easily been more easily written off, you know, given the Knuckles TV show is just a spin-off, but he also has him in movie 3, so it's all canon. All of it. Yay! So say Silver was introduced in the films, which likely will eventually happen, it sure won't be under nearly the same circumstances as it was in 06. At this point, I'm not even sure we'll get an adaptation of the 06 story. So if we are to get a Year of Silver to coincide with his debut on the big screen, the time to reintroduce him in all his rewritten lore would be then. If this route is the one we're taking though, I don't see a Sonic X Silver anything working out though. Sonic Generations worked fine enough for Shadow as a story that dealt with the past, resurfacing and all that, but they're not just gonna re-release Generations again, right? Right? I don't know, I just don't see any other mainline Sonic game story being a good template for Silver to fit into either, especially for taking the path of reintroducing him, you know? So what do? Reintroduce him in Frontiers 2, anyone? In a traditional point A to point B Sonic playstyle, Silver might not be able to embrace all that makes him unique. However, Silver and his abilities just befit the exploration and puzzle-based playstyle of open zone Sonic like a glove, if you ask me. So again, I've never had fun playing as Silver. Well, okay, wise guy, what would you do to make him fun then, you may be thinking? First of all, let Silver be fast, goddammit. Never been a fan of Silver being slow. Not saying he needs to be as fast as Sonic and Shadow or anything, but like, really? I appreciate they upped his speed in Project 06, but even then, this isn't what I want in my ideal Silver gameplay. I want Silver fast, and I want his telekinetic abilities to accommodate for that. Think of how Chaos Control worked in Shadow Generations, where you had to build it up before being able to use it when you please, though using it at certain points throughout the level would reward you with additional pathways and skips you likely wouldn't be able to reach otherwise. That's how I'd like Silver telekinesis to work, you know, something akin to that, with him shifting level geometry to make alternate pathways or align enemies to clear gaps. Or imagine the gimmick of Crazy Gadget from SA2 coming back, but like as a core gimmick, where Silver can use his telekinetic abilities to defy, flip, and fuck around with gravity as he works his way through stages. You see what I mean? This shit I'm saying right here, this is the gameplay Silver deserves. Not this slow-ass, hold your hand here and watch the level slowly arrange itself for you to slowly progress. Nobody wants this. Me, I'm nobody. I don't want this. Oh, I'm nobody. Damn. Yikes. That... You know, when I wrote that in the script, it didn't sound nearly as hurtful as it does saying aloud. Alright then. The way SEGA and Sonic Team has fumbled Silver both gameplay and relevancy-wise needs to be studied, because looking back at 06, you can see the vision that he was meant to be on par with Shadow in terms of his staying power, and if a Year of Silver can give him even a semblance of that, then I'm down for it. I just don't see a Year of Silver working the way a Year of Shadow did overall, but that's just my viewpoint on it. What do you guys think? And give me your thoughts on my idea for a fast-paced Silver gameplay. Have you guys had fun playing with Silver's unique abilities? Is there something I'm missing? You know, let's discuss it. The video portion is only the beginning of the discussion, as I normally say. So, yeah, let's discuss. That's the video, though. See ya in the next one. If I don't have a mental breakdown first. Why did I add that?